Hello and welcome. I'm back in the Bronco and back on another dash. It is Sunday, as you can see. I've gotten up with the sun and I am doing something a little different today. I am, for one, actually starting my dash with coffee this time instead of waiting to see if the dashes take me there. I went and got it first before I started dashing. So, cheers. And second thing is my goal is to make $300 today. And unlike when I do the, am I going to make a certain amount of money? Am I going to dash my full time and I'm going to give up? I'm going to make $300 today. I'm going to go all day. My plan is to dash until I hit $300. And the reason why I'm doing that is because there are two promos this evening. It starts at like 5 or something, where it's like $2.50 for, like, after 5 it'll be $2.50 additional per order, and then after that it'll be $3. So I will be trying to like dash at night, which I'm not really a fan of, but it is Sunday, so I think it'll be fine. If I don't tap out the time I normally tap out, I want to see how much more money I can make if I actually like take advantage of the peak pay. So I've already accepted my first dash, which is this $8 Food Lion dash to start my morning off. I'm going to take this inside with me because I need it. And let's see how fast I can make this money. So that was an easy drop off. I accepted another Food Lion offer, again, because it's low miles, low number of items. If you notice on this offer I just accepted, I do have alcohol turned on again. We'll see how it goes. If it starts giving me too much trash, I will turn it back off. Although, as you've seen in other videos, that doesn't matter. If I start the dash with it on, even if I turn it back off, it stays on. I just get fewer of those offers, it seems, but I still get them. It's early in the morning, so I don't think it'll be an issue until maybe later on tonight. We'll see. So I'm going to go shop for these orders, and then by the time I finish this one, I will bid in an hour, and it's only like, after this one, $16, but I've only gotten these two offers, and I've immediately accepted them. It's just, I would shop faster, but I don't know what's going on with my brain. I've finished my coffee. My brain still hasn't woken up yet. I don't know if anybody else have that issue where, like, they wake up, but it takes a while for this to turn back on. So I might have to go get a second cup, maybe. So I finished that, and so I dropped that off, and DoorDash immediately gave me 2 upside down offers. After that, a $9.50 12-mile Dash Mart order, which I of course declined, and then a $8.75 stack for 12 miles, which I also of course declined. I decided to go back to the boys' house real quick because I forgot something and I was already over this way. It took a little bit, but I finished what I needed to get. I gathered the things I needed to get at the boys' house that I had left, and I started to drive back to my zone, and I got a order I did accept, which was a $22 8-mile offer for Food Lion. One store, double shop. I'm pretty happy with this. It's the Food Lion I've already been to, and the actual deliveries are really close by, so definitely accepted that one. The 8 miles is me getting to the Food Lion mostly, because again, I went all the way back to the boys' house. But I'm gonna get this shopping. It is almost 9 o'clock. It'll probably be around 9:45 by the time I drop everything off. A little slow start on Sunday. It's really quiet today. Well, this is the second time this has happened to me. since the beginning of the year when I started door dashing. I accepted this double shop and deliver offer, Camping World and Food Lion, for $20. Again, that ensures that I will make $20 an hour. I got to the Camping World and the store's closed. The store does not open for another hour. I think the store hour sign is misprinted because it says 11 p.m. to 5 p.m. I think it means 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. But the store is definitely locked and closed, and there is nobody there. So I had to take pictures of the sign and the store and say, I can't do anything. So that's what I did, and it says I should get paid half amount for that order. Okay. The first time that happened to me was on, I think, either Mother's Day or Father's Day. There was a cupcake store that was closed, and that was the first time it happened to me, so it took me a while to figure out what I was supposed to do. So now I'm headed to the Food Lion to shop for some stuff, and I mean, I know for a fact I'm not going to make $20 an hour now because I am only doing one of the orders. But I guess that means I don't have to deliver to a second place, so maybe this will still work out in my favor. It's been a very slow morning. It would have been faster. I would have done the last delivery faster if I had realized that one of the places I was delivering to was across the street from the Food Lion I was at. I'm not quite sure why DoorDash decided to have me deliver down over by the Total Wine before delivering across the street from the Food Lion I was at. But once I realized that happened, I was like, if I had realized, I would have task switched and delivered the one across the street from the Food Lion first. Again, DoorDash makes some fun decisions. Hopefully this Food Lion shop will go fast and easy, and I will be back on track, because right now I am definitely not at $20 an hour. Again, I've accepted more than half of the deliveries at this point that they've given me, but it's been slow. Like, I've sat for like 5 to 10 minutes without getting anything, and that's not normal for Sunday. Normally, especially at this time, it's 10 o'clock now, it's order after order. So fingers crossed. I'm at $55 exactly now. I've been out here for 3.5 hours. So again, quite a bit behind the $20 per hour I would hope to make. I did turn on a stack while I was in there shopping at the Food Lion because they only wanted to add $3.75. And well, that wasn't enough for me to do a second delivery. So I turned that down. I just am coming from the delivery I just did, and I got an offer, which I forgot to screenshot, so I'm so sorry, to go back to the exact same Food Lion I was just at for $14 for 3 miles. However, it was 40 items, so I quickly declined that one, because while the mileage and the dollar amount was there, the items was not. That shop would take me about an hour and a half to do, so not doing that for $14. I'm sorry. So I am going to head back to a big hotspot and hope that I get something that'll help make up for the slow start this morning. Wish me luck. Got another double stack for the same Food Lion. $17 for a mile and a half. 51 items. Decline that one as well, because again, that would take me more than an hour, and I'm not doing that for $17. So haven't even gone back to the hotspot yet, but you know, I'm right by this Food Lion, so I'm guessing it was just sending me stuff that's close by. I did take a look at the reimbursement I got for going to Camping World, and the store being closed, I got paid $2.12. If you're wondering what happens, it shows up outside of your regular earnings. It shows up as a reimbursement. So that order, that shopping order, because it was a stack, I didn't get to see how much it would be. but that would have been like a $4.30 or 24 cents, because it gives you half. So it definitely was a poop order put with an okay order. Or maybe you guys would just think both are poop orders, but it doesn't matter. I didn't have to do it. Somebody probably has to do it now, though, since it's 11 o'clock. And I will see you guys if I get anything at all. Again, it's very slow. It's so slow this morning. I just declined a bunch of offers. Some of them are upside down offers. Some of them are not enough money for the number of items. Some of them are taking me way down into Hampton. Regardless, I did finally accept one. And if you're like, how is that offer any better than all the ones you declined? Because it's $17. It's another stack for 11 miles. The reason I accepted this one is because the delivery is down towards my house, and by the time I finish with this, it will be lunchtime. So that way I can just pop over to the house, take care of my cat, eat some food, take a shower, basically, so that way I accepted this offer to pay me to go back to my house, which is, what I wanted to do. So I actually had wanted to stay out longer before going and having lunch, but as you saw, the offers were not great. So I'm going to accept the offer that'll get me where I want to be for lunchtime, and then hopefully that'll be noon. I'll take care of everything and then come out for the after church crowd and pray that things will be better. All right, everything is now picked up. They were doing some kind of pup or treat at the PetSmart when I went to buy stuff. So I got a little puppy treat for Eileen, which is the border collie you guys have seen in past videos. So she'll be very happy when I give that to her at some point. Plus I get to see all kinds of doggos while I was there in very cute little costumes. I also picked up the cake at Nothing Bunt Cakes. It's a local bakery that just does bunt cakes. Very cute name, by the way. I have had a bunt cake from there. They are delicious. I've only had just like a little buntlet, so not the big one, but the little one. I picked up a big cake, which is absolutely gorgeous. Like, very beautiful. They start like, for the gift wrap like that, it's like almost $35, but they're delicious cake. So I guess as far as, having a cake made goes, it is pretty on par. But I'm off to deliver these. It is now 11:30, so this took less time than I had expected. So hopefully I will get home before noon again, and that way I can, have everything done and then come out for lunch hour. Delivery done. That last delivery is done. $72 and some change. I'm roughly at $16 an hour, which is below where I would like to be. I did immediately get an offer as soon as I delivered, or as soon as I finished that second delivery. $3 for 2 miles for Wingstop. I immediately declined that. I do not like picking up from Buffalo Wild Wings or Wingstop. Not because there's anything wrong with either of those locations as far as their food goes, but they're never ready when I get there. It normally takes 10 minutes at least, at the minimum, for the food. So unless it is very lucrative, I just decline the order. So that is what I did, because I have no doubt it would be a very slow offer. That is a Rolls Royce. That's a very pretty car. So I'm going to, as I said, head back to my house, feed the cat, eat some lunch, and come back out here. As you guys can tell, I am showered and changed, and I am on my way to Food Lion again. And that's because after I turning down a bunch of offers while I was at home, finally got one worth it to leave my house. $25, one store, double delivery, low items. One is alcohol at least, but 25 is perfect because it'll take me less than an hour to do all this. It is 12:30. I mean, as long as I keep getting $25 an hour, I'm good. I need $230 more. So if y'all can maths, that means I would need to work until 10:30. I think it, am I math wrong? My math is wrong. Anyway, if I make $23 an hour, it's 10 hours. If I make $25 an hour, it's 9 hours. But regardless, I will be working well into dark. But that's okay. We'll get there. We'll figure this out. I have every faith in myself. The faster I can do these deliveries, the faster I can make more money. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little pep in my step. I still feel, I feel more awake, but my brain is still fluffy. So fingers crossed I finally wake up, get some pep in my step. And if not, I probably will go get a soda or something. It's $25, almost 11 miles for 44 items. I'm going to decline this one just because it's too far and too far away. I might regret that, who knows. But $97.50, 5.5 hours. So that's this per hour so far. That last offer actually $25.25 took me 45 minutes to do. So if I could just get that kind of an offer with that amount of time, I will be at my goal before it's midnight. That last offer was good. Now, if I was down at that end, like for example, if I was at the boys' house, I would have happily accepted that because it would have only been like 3 or 4 miles. But we're gonna head towards the big hot spot and hopefully I'll get something good soon. And I won't regret not taking that last $25 order. Ooh, wait. 850, 3 miles. 1 item, 2 units. It's alcohol. You know what? That's gonna take me almost no time to do. I will accept that. Got it? Yeah, I know. I know I gotta scan ID. I'm fine. I have delivered to that lady before. I had issue trying to find her wine. That's what she ordered. And she was like, it's in the back. And I was like, in the back of the store? But after she was like, no, they have it. I was like, okay. So I sat on the floor and tried to find the shelf label for it. Because like I said, I could not find the wine. And when she said it was in the back, once I sat on the floor, I found the label. If you've never worked retail before, you maybe don't understand the term front facing. So that's where you bring all of the items on the shelf and to make the shelves look full. And so you like front face so everything is in the front of the shelf. Well, some store managers want you to front face the whole shelf regardless if that's what's supposed to be on the shelf or not. that annoys the crap out of me, both when I worked retail. Just leave the space there, so that way you can do accurate inventory when you're scanning for out of stock, because it doesn't look full. And you don't know who's doing inventory, so somebody might not be as diligent as you and realize that that thing is out because it looks full. Regardless, that's what happened here. Someone had front-faced Sutter Home where this wine was supposed to be. So once I moved the wines out of place, or moved out of the where it wasn't supposed to be, there it was. It was literally in the back behind all the other Sutter Home. So I told her, thank you, I'm sorry, I found what she wanted, and I delivered it to her. Like I said, I've delivered to her before, also a grocery order, not for alcohol. The original order was for 2 bottles of wine, $8.50. After I completed the alcohol verification and got in my car, I was like, this offer is $17.50, or this offer was $15.50. I was like, no, wait. And I had to look at the picture, and then I got the text message saying that she tipped me $7. So that was lovely. That lady paid me $15.50 for 2 bottles of wine, so that was lovely. Also, she had amazing hair. So yeah, I'm so glad I took that order. And I will happily deliver to that lady again. Like I said, I've delivered her multiple times. I've noticed that there are a few people that I deliver to regularly, but I think that's just because I'm one of the few people in the area that do shop and delivers a lot. So I accept an order for Kroger on 17, not the Kroger on Oyster Point. It's only 10 items. I think it was $14, but with that lady's tip and that order, by the way, even with me trying to sort out the wine situation, was still 15 minutes going in the store, having her tell me where it was, finding it, checking out, and then delivering it to her house. So it's 15 minutes total for $15. That's $1 a minute. So the last 2 shop and delivers have been awesome. So hoping this one is just as good. I'm pleased. It was a very slow start, but things seem to be picking up like I hope they would for lunchtime, and I hope it's just going to get better and better and better. All right, another quick and easy delivery. That Kroger is much easier to shop at because it is legitimately half the size of the one over on Oyster Point. But also everything is correctly labeled as to what aisle was in. Plus it was only 10 items. So that's done. So that means I'm at 127. If you take the half an hour I was at home, that's 6 hours and 15 minutes, which means I am at the $20.32 per hour I was hoping for. So the last hour with these 2 deliveries, basically making $29.50 that last hour, made up for the slow morning. I accepted an offer for Walgreens, delivering a bottle of wine, because it's 4 miles, $8.50. No big deal. More than happy to do that. And yeah, I'm happy that I'm back on track, and that keeping at it is hopefully going to keep me where I need to be. It is now 2:30, which means we're at the time period where I get the most upside down offers and no tip offers, which of course I've been declining. You need to go. I did decline one semi-decent offer, a double stack, but I went ahead and declined it because the delivery was all the way down in Pocosin, and so I wasn't going to do that. However, I did accept another double stack. This one is, however, going to have me end up still in my zone and not all the way down in Pocosin. So even though it's $7 less money, it's not having me go so far out of my way. So I did accept it. Plus, considering how many offers I've turned down up until I got that one, I figured I need to snatch it up. I like how I faced y'all the wrong way there. I always forget delivering into this apartment community that, like, it's one building and I need to look at the section to figure out what numbers are where. If I forget, then I almost inevitably always go to the wrong place. So that is what happened. That's okay. The lady is very nice. Whatever those ladies were cooking in that room was delicious smelling. Of course, I think I'm just hungry. It has been a couple hours since I ate, and I do eat frequently. So I think after this delivery, I will see if I can get to a Wawa and have some more foods. May have made a mistake, but I accepted an Aldi offer. Almost $30. The reason why I say it might be a mistake is because it is 114 items. And you're like, oh my goodness, why would you accept that? Well, because it's technically 58 items, which is 50 cents an item, because it's multiple quantities of the same thing. It's mostly fresh produce, so we'll see. It's almost 3:30, which means some of it might be out by now. So like I said, this might be a mistake, but it is almost $30, and it says I'm only supposed to take an hour to do this. So, I mean, Aldi's are never giant stores, and it is multiple quantities of the same things. So we're fingers crossed that this is not a mistake. Well, I just finished doing the shopping. I will put a picture here of what my cart looked like. I can definitely say that was a mistake to take that order. Yes, it was faulty quantities, and 20 of the items were banana. Well, actually 26 of the items were bananas, so that was fine out of the 114. But at least 30 of the items are all individual bottles of water. They're not small bottles of water, they're large bottles of water. And I'm tired. It'll probably be 5 o'clock before I get this delivery done. Whew. But I did it, and now I know better. Originally it looked like just fruit, but it wasn't just fruit. Trying to find all the bottles of water, because they wanted 2 of every flavor. Again, I'd hoped that I hadn't made a mistake, but I had, so lesson learned. Don't take any orders over 100 items. It did only take me till 4:30, so that was accurate to do everything. Actually, it only took until 4:15 for me to get everything, so the shopping time was accurate. The checkout time, though, was not, because there was only one lady, and it's Sunday, so it was busy. So it took longer for me to check out than do anything else. So I'm going to drop off these deliveries and hopefully have better orders with less labor. But we will be coming close to the time when we start having the promo pay. So I'm hoping that'll help push me to that 300 mark. I'll let you know when I get another order. I delivered the big order first, and I feel better about taking this order because it was to a disabled veteran. So I feel much happier about doing that, because I do know a lot of people do use DoorDash for the convenience, but also because there are people that do have disabilities, and this is one of the ways that they can get groceries. I know there's other apps like Instacart and whatever, but that made me feel nice. So I am going to the second drop off, and again, I still hope I get easier deliveries than that, but that does make me feel much better about taking it, because I felt like I did a little bit of good in addition to, making a little bit of money. Did that last delivery. I'm at 188 now, so 100 and math, $12 more to go. That one ended up being $34 because that lovely veteran I delivered to, who helped me bring all of his groceries in, tipped me an extra $5. So, very nice. Immediately turned down another Aldi's order because honestly I just don't want to go back. It was $17 for 41 items. I'm not doing that. While I am glad that I was able to help out a veteran, I do not want to go back to Aldi's and do another delivery again. Mostly because that Aldi's was also at the end of the day at Aldi's, which is, it's 5 o'clock now. I told you it was going to be 5 o'clock by the time I finished everything. There's very little on the shelf anymore. And they get their truck, I think, every morning? So it's the drugs, so it's kind of hard to fulfill orders. And I don't want to dig. Well, what is this? Food Lion! $15, 7 miles, 14 items. You know what? It's alcohol, though. What kind of alcohol am I delivering? You know what? I'll take this one. It's a low number of items, and I know that Food Lion. Yep, I got it. Thank you. I found it interesting, though. So one time I did an alcohol delivery, but it wasn't for alcohol. I still scanned the guy's ID and everything, but it was for grenadine, which is a mixer, or at least what I picked up was a mixer. It had 0% alcohol content in it. But I still had to do the verification. I did it. He had the ID ready and everything. So maybe if it's alcohol adjacent to, I don't know. But I am going to go to the Food Lion because honestly, I need that. Have I done a single food delivery today? No. Shop and deliver Sundays it is. It's pretty much all I do. My door pockets are just filled with this, just all the receipt paper. I normally just take it home and throw it all away at the end of the day. I don't remember how much this offer was for, and I don't think I screenshotted it to even share with you guys. I think the original was $15, But I did get a stack when I was inside the store for $5 and some change. I accepted it. I hope it'll bring it to $20. It'll be probably 6 o'clock when I finish this delivery, which is fine. We will be into the promo, the $2.50 promo per order, which will hopefully be very nice. And when I finish this order, that should definitely have me into the 200s pretty nicely. At least that's the hope. I thought this order had alcohol in it. It did not. It has Mucinex in it, which is what requires the ID. So hopefully I will help deliver something that'll make that person feel better. But everything's all separated. Again, I love this Food Lion, except for the meat section. The meat section is almost always out this time of day. Of course it is. But the cashiers are always really lovely, and they always like color coordinate the orders when you have more than one order, which I think is really nice for them to do. So hopefully these deliveries go well. I think sunset, it's been cloudy all day. Sunset is, I think, a little after 6, so we'll be into spooky, like telling stories in the dark lighting here soon. But I'm in the 2:50 time, which made me want to decline the Food Lion Shop and Deliver that I just got, but I accepted it because I'm dumb. $17.50, 2 orders, less than 15, I think 15 items. The reason why I would like again, normally I would pick that during the day, but like I know that it's an extra $2.50 per order, so like I feel like by accepting it, I am impeding my ability to make money. Is this the Rich Neck one? Okay, so this is the Rich Neck Road one. That's fine. There's a Food Lion by my house that I have terrible cell reception in, so unless it's like early in the morning and there's no one shopping, I don't really want to shop at that one. And that's the one where like the app kept crashing and I wanted to die. But this one's not bad, so I will happily go to this one, and hopefully this will be a fast one. And I'll be done with this before 7. That would be great. I am at 209, by the way, so there's $90 more to make. Ambitious. I'm being ambitious. I might be doing this until midnight. That lady could have walked to the Food Lion, but I guess she didn't want to, and it's cold, so I totally understand. When I got in the car after doing the Food Lion shop, I got a Aldi stack. It had been long enough since I did that big Aldi's run. I went ahead and accepted it. It was $15.50 for not that many items, and the delivery was like less than 2 miles. However, after I just did that part of the alcohol delivery for the Food Lion, it wanted me to go do the Aldi shop and deliver the Aldi's before delivering the Food Lion food. So I had to jump to task because I'm jumping to task to finish the Food Lion delivery before I do the Aldi shop, because this person has ice cream, and I am not going to spend 20 minutes in Aldi's and then another 10 minutes to deliver the food, so at least 30 minutes and have their ice cream melt, even though I have it in a bag. So this is my reminder to myself to always check the route, and my reminder to you to check the route if you're doing stacks. So that's what I'm going to do, and hopefully that'll work out better for everyone. Oh, yes, I chose the right side of the building. That is always a win. I just got to go up 3 flights of stairs. Well, I've officially been at this for 12 hours. I'm at over $240. Not much over, but a little over. And I did spend that half an hour at my house. So technically 11 and a half hours, but whatever. That's splitting hairs. Regardless, I'm still at $20 an hour, which means I need to do this for at least 3 more hours at this rate to make $300. I just delivered to that gated community again that I keep having to come back to. Thankfully, the gate's broken, so I can just go. But I'm on my way to Food Lion, 20-50 stack, low number of items, so it should be a very quick shop, quick delivery. And unfortunately, I did accept that before 7:30. We are now at 7:30, which means the $3 promo is starting, so I will hopefully have to do this super quick. In hopes that I really only have to do this maybe for 2 more hours instead of 3 more hours. Because I really don't want to be out here till 10:30. But that's okay. Hi, so it is 8:15. Dropped off that last delivery. They're just leave at doors, no big deal. Immediately got a Dollar General offer, 6 items, 3 miles, $9. So I accepted it. And I'm on my way to get it now. I did not screenshot it, I'm so sorry. But I basically only have $40 left to make. If I can get home before 10, that would be a miracle. And welcome. Dropped that delivery off, immediately declined an offer for upside down offer for pizza, delivering to downtown Hampton, not doing that. Accepted an offer because it made me laugh. It's picking up lube from Walgreens. I'm hoping it's not a hand to me delivery because I don't know if I could keep a straight face doing that. But yeah, I'm gonna go get that now and do the delivery. The fact that it's also like a no tip offer because it's a flat $2 rate and we're doing $3 promo. So this someone wants a DoorDasher to pick up lube for them without tipping. There's no, it's not just the tip, there's no tip. I'm so sorry. I'm done now. That was a hand it to me with a PIN number. That is the second time today I have been greeted by a half-naked man. Didn't really tell you about the first one because the lady greeted the door, but the stuff was in the guy's name for the ID, so she had to go get him, and he was half-naked. So yeah, okay. I made it to make it to the vehicle before I just started laughing. I'm still laughing because it's just like, all right, this is really something you had to have a PIN for. Okay. Anyway, declined another Dollar General offer, mostly because I looked at what it was asking for, because it was $14 for like 9 items, and I declined it because it's Halloween stuff, and I have shopped at that Dollar General already today, and I know they don't have their Halloween stuff out. The lady was actively converting it to Christmas when I was in there for the delivery before this one. So declined it because I knew I wouldn't be able to find anything, and I know I could just refund them, but I would just rather not deal with it. Immediately got a Food Lion offer for over $20. It's a stack, so same Food Lion. One Food Lion, 2 deliveries, and it's the Food Lion have I been to every Food Lion today that I normally go to? No, so I didn't go to the Food Lion by the boys' house, and I haven't had to shop at the Food Lion by my house. I think it's the first time. But I'm going back to the Rich Neck Food Lion, and this will get me very close. It'll be, I did, so it's $272.52. Oh, that's so close. It's $295. I might just tap out after this. It's almost 9 o'clock anyway. We'll see. We'll see. I might tap out after this and not make... I'm close enough to 300. But if I get this done before the promo ends, the extra $3, I might see if I get another good offer. And it's a 4-way stop. That is helpful. I did not realize that. All right. Well, I didn't realize I'd only scheduled my dash till 9:30, but it's 9:30. The first one just dropped off the beef jerky. That's quite a wild thing to just DoorDash, but okay. Not as wild as the lube, but reasons. I didn't think I was gonna hit my goal. I don't know why. I think I did maths wrong. But I dropped off the last delivery. Actually, the gentleman came outside and he actually waited on the porch until I turned around and said, "Hi, would you like some help? I didn't want to come up behind you and scare you." And I was like, I appreciate you so much. 1, for being willing to help, and 2, realizing that coming up behind a woman when it's dark outside is not a good idea. Even with the best intentions. So that was very kind of him on two fronts. I did make my goal. I am very excited about that. I spent a total of 14 hours dashing, and I made a total of $301.02. Now that does not count the $2 reimbursement for going to the Camp World and it being closed. So this is the most money I've ever made in a single day door dashing. This is more money than I make most weeks door dashing. Like I said, I normally do this for funsies. I just wanted to see what's the most money I could make in a day. If I really wanted to and all the stars aligned. It's a weekend. And all I did was shop and deliver all day. All day. All night. All day. All night. If you don't know what song I'm referencing, that's fine. But yeah, this is great. I know that I can make $301 in a day, even with the slow start, and this was really lovely. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you're a dasher, I hope you had a great day dashing like I have. If you're not a dasher, thank you so much for watching this. I'm sure this is probably going to be a very long video, so for those of you that stuck here till the end, just to see if I could do it, I can. It is possible for me to make more than $200 in a day. If I do it all day long. It's like pulling a double shift at a regular job, right? But this is how much I made per hour for the 14 hours, and that doesn't include the half an hour I could take out because I had lunch. I guess everybody deserves a half-hour break. I mean, I had a half-hour lunch break. I realized I never got dinner. I'm just gonna go home. I'll eat food at home, just like I had lunch at home. I thought about getting Wawa 4 hours ago. That never happened because I just kept getting dashes. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye!